This time capsule, sealed away for 50 years, has resurfaced, revealing a terrifying secret that has the entire world on edge. Inside, it contains nothing more than the imaginings of the future from the first batch of students 5 decades ago. On the day of the school celebration, the principal retrieved the letters and randomly distributed them among the children. Some received drawings of rockets, while others got visions of future technology. However, when this little boy opened his, he found only a paper filled with numbers, leaving him utterly perplexed. That very night, the boy's father accidentally got the paper wet. As he picked it up to examine it, he couldn't shake the feeling that these numbers concealed some kind of mystery. As a brilliant physics professor at MIT, he had a natural sensitivity to numbers and enigmatic occurrences. Driven by curiosity, he singled out a set of numbers and then divided them into 4 parts, seemingly corresponding to the date September 11th, 2001. He hastily rushed to his computer to investigate, only to discover that this was the very day the world was rocked by the 9/11 attacks. The disaster claimed 2,996 lives, a figure that perfectly matched the numbers on the paper. The man, a rational scientist, found himself in a state of disbelief, unable to maintain his composure. Subsequently, he listed out all the numbers from the paper one by one, hoping to prove it was mere coincidence. However, the results left him utterly stunned. Each date precisely aligned with a major catastrophe, with even the death tolls matching perfectly. This filled him with an overwhelming sense of dread. The paper had been sealed for 50 years, so how could the person who wrote the letter have foreseen the future? Even more unsettling was the fact that there were still 3 sets of numbers on the paper, seemingly foretelling impending disasters. The next day, the man shared his discovery with a colleague. According to the prophecy, an accident would occur the following day, claiming the lives of 81 people. His colleague laughed it off, dismissing it as sheer nonsense. How could anyone possibly predict the future, let alone major disasters nearly 50 years in advance? The colleague then asked the man what the uncircled numbers represented. The man was at a loss for words, as he too was clueless about their meaning. The colleague concluded that the man must have gone mad, as his wife had perished in a disaster years ago, causing him to overreact to anything disaster-related. This infuriated the man, and he silently vowed to uncover the truth. He sought out the school's former teachers to inquire about the whereabouts of the child who had written the prophecy, only to learn that the child had passed away a few years prior, leaving the trail cold. To verify the authenticity of the prophecy, the man stayed up all night monitoring global news reports, but the predicted disaster never materialized. When he woke up, he realized he had missed the afternoon school pickup. It was pouring rain outside, and the roads were gridlocked. The man called his colleague, intending to apologize for his earlier behavior, thinking perhaps he had indeed been overthinking things. However, at that very moment, he noticed that the current coordinates displayed on his navigation system perfectly matched the final numbers on the paper. It turned out that the last set of numbers represented the location of the incident. He hurriedly exited his car to ask the police about the reason for the traffic jam, relieved to be told it was just a minor accident with no serious issues. But right then, the officer's face suddenly turned pale, and he spun around and ran.